What's going on, good people? You know what time it is. You either get right or you get left. We're going to go ahead and get you right. So go ahead and sit back and relax. We got you covered. It's the BirdCage. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
It's time to tap in. You know what time it is. You either get right or you get left. Look, I'm philosophical tonight. That's why you see the hat. That's why you see the glasses, because we getting ready to tap into this thing, and it's really getting ready to get real serious for these Falcons tonight. But before we tap into this, I want to thank you guys for coming through and being loyal citizens, as we would say, to this franchise that's hurting everybody's heart. But before we get started, we got K-Dub and we got Coach Cam in the building tonight. Unfortunately, we're happy to have him, but the unfortunate part about the whole thing is this: he ended up losing. His boys ended up losing in the playoffs. That's the reason Coach Cam is here. So he got to tap in again. So while we're waiting on Coach Cam, what's going on, K-Dub? How you feeling tonight?
Well, I'm feeling good. I hope I'm feeling good. It got the fan base feeling down, out, and depressed. But I don't want to
Mhm.
speak about the other things that I'm. But for just right now, in this moment, I'm feeling good with the historian and Coach Cam. And if Graybeard comes in and Mosey's on in from work, great to see him tonight. So, if the season is going to be derailed and it's not going to be a winning season, I think that's telltale game coming up. Panthers, we'll see how that unfolds. Try to motivate them and do each, but come with. We'll see what happens. Other than that, good to be in the building tonight. Let's get into the topics that nature for today.
So before we get into the topic, sir, we got Coach Cam in the building. Coach Cam, what's good, man?
What up,
Talk
family?
to us. Tell us how you feeling, sir. How have you been doing? What's been going on with you, sir?
Football season wrapped up last week. We took a tough L, 42-14. Uh, Extremely proud of the seniors, especially from where we started to how we ended up. First team in school history to go to the playoffs. First team in school history to win region. First team to win more than 5 games in the season. So I was blessed to be around a lot of great gentlemen that I learned from, and
Mhm.
hopefully next season, the juniors and underclassmen will come in and build on what we started this year.
Man, that's great. What school are you at again?
Desert Sunrise High School, Maricopa, Arizona.
Hey, man, definitely appreciate you doing good things in the community with the kids and trying to get it right. Hell, we might need to hire you for our coaching staff at this point, because boy, dealing with this team right here, it's enough to drive some of the mildest people to being insane at this point as sports fans. But getting to it, into the topics tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and talk about it. And Coach Brand is in the chat. What's going on, Coach B?
What up,
Let's
Coach?
start it.
So,
How do you
Coach, what's going on?
So how do you salvage the season at this point? And does it start with Carolina? I'm gonna go ahead and start this one, and then Cam, and then K Dub. This is how I feel. The only opportunity that you have now, really, to try to catch up, you got to win your division at this point, because these next two games are divisional games. You have Carolina on Sunday, then you have New Orleans the next week. So at this point, you have to win. If you don't win anytime soon from this week and next week, at that point, your chances at the playoffs become slim at this point. Because right now, your only way is winning out the division at this point, because you're behind the 8 ball with everybody else, and it's going to be challenging for the rest of the season. The only way you get in is you got to win out in this in the division, and you got to go pretty much undefeated in the division for the rest of the season. Not saying it's not possible, because you can have a bad record and still get into the playoffs because you won your division. And at this point, you have to do that, because we're 0-2 at this point. We're 0-2 at this point. But all I can say is at this point, it's it's fruitless work at this point if they don't win this game. This is a do or die game for the season at this point. Coach Cam?
I'm gonna piggyback on everything that you said. Honestly, this is every game is a must win from here on out for this team. Because if it isn't, you assemble this quote unquote superhero type coaching staff, and we haven't seen the fruits of all the hype that was brought here 3 years ago. So, as much as I love Raheem and I love him as a person and everything like that, there is a lot of soul searching that needs to be going on inside that house. And it starts at the top floor. So, we have to start getting guys more active in the game plan. Mostly, Tyler Algier. He's the missing piece, in my opinion, on offense, because when you allow him to get started, it allows Bijan to take up more space in the run game, as well as him playing receiver. So it forces defenses to play us honestly. But the biggest thing here, we have to execute, plain and simple. The offense hasn't been here, while the defense has done everything they could to keep us in the games over the last 3 weeks. So at this point, who's really to take the blame here? Because there's a lot of it to go around. Can they get it fixed? In my honest opinion, no, because I don't trust the coaching staff anymore. I truly believe that they've lost their locker room. And hearing what Michael Penix said, pretty much said everything we've been feeling already. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
We're going to get into that, but we don't want to dive too far into that because I got some clips that I'm going to play. K-Dub, how are you feeling about this being a bounce-back game at this point?
I mean, it's more than just a bounce-back game to just capitalize of what you and Coach King is saying. These guys have to go a streak right now. They have to really turn themselves around and let it fly. Let it all hang out. Anything you've been working on, running, a defense that you're thinking about toying with, why not run that? Quit being so gutty and think you LA Rams South. You're not. You know, you guys have to your own identity in Atlanta and make it a winning one. Because said he wants to start all the way back over. Not no one in the fan base. They want to fire people, right? All this stuff. They're not going to keep what we want to keep. If we want them to keep Olbrich, he's not going to be here, because the same thing happened with the last defensive coordinator that had us with a top 5 defense or a top 10 defense, which had. So the key thing is you're supposed to rally around the guys and say fight, which we know he may be getting fired. It's about probably 80%, 85% chance. He just needs to kick that extra 15% on in there and get himself on out the door. Him and his coaching staff. But the key thing is we're going to have to start from one. And the thing is, he's a great car salesman. The guy sits there and says all the right things, even though he's speaking in a damn. But I mean, he's saying the same things because you got to look at it, man. This is a very thin margin winning league. I mean, they're firing coaches left, right. I don't think enough good coaches out there, to be honest with you, to be a head coach at a lot of these teams, because there's only one team that's in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I'm at a point to where at this point, is there a good coach out there to bring in? That's enough. And then the coach that we need to hire going to be a coach that has head coach experience and has won at a very high level and brought in championship. We have option in the check.
But here's the question I got for you, because that's gonna fall into a topic that we have, and I don't want to divulge too much to the fans right now. What I'm asking is, with the game that we got Sunday, and this is for everybody, with the game that we have Sunday, can we salvage the season if we win this game? Because the only path that we have right now is through the division, because the regular season, you might as well say it's a wrap at this point, because we're already 6 games down right now, and we would have to win out the next pretty much X amount of games. What do you think in this situation when we say, can you salvage the season at this point, even with this locker room being far gone? Because we got a topic about the locker room. We're going to tap into that in a minute, but I want to know what y'all think at that point.
I feel like they got to win. Yeah, we got to win this game. I'm just put it out. Go ahead, Great Beard, but we got to win this game.
My bad. What's going on, family? Coming from my tardiness. If it can start to accomplishing the season with a dub, it can start, because I think this game means more than a bounce back game. This game is about reassurance to the fan base, reassurance to the locker room, and hell, the coaches want reassurance as well. So to me, this game it has a lot riding on it, because I think for me, it just can the Falcon team win back the confidence of their fan base. Because right now, man, please, it's like we don't know yet, man, because it's just so many letdown year after year after year after year, and just people just throwing their hands about it. So do I think with a win this Sunday can bounce back? Yeah. Do I think we can get on a little run? Yeah, but it starts by winning this game at home. That we don't normally do is win at home. So I think it's just, for me, if this team really wants to salvage the season, it's a playoff game. We have to win 8 straight games to get into the playoffs. I'm tired of leaving my faith in other teams' hands. When are we going to be the drivers of our own destiny?
But Gray, the only way that we get into the playoffs at this point, because we're so far behind with the regular season losses, is you got to go undefeated in divisional play for the rest of the season now.
True.
That's the only, let's be real, that's the only true way we going to get in, unless we run the table. And truthfully, in the words of On the Mark, shout out to Marcus Washington, watched him earlier today. Like he said, everybody keep talking about running the table. Hell, we're going to probably run into the table. And those were words of Marcus. It's not the fact that we don't believe in this team, because we have talent. It's the coaches we don't believe in at this point. And that right there scares the hell out of me, because how can you salvage a season and you are losing trust in the men that are supposed to go fight for you?
It's pretty much impossible. We all been in the military. You know how hard it is to lead troops that don't believe in you.
I was getting ready to throw that bone to K-Dub, because shout out to all the veterans, because like I said, Veterans Day was the other day. Shout out to all of us on the panel of vets, those that are in chat, respect, much love. But let's be honest, the time that you was in the Navy, and me, Coast Guard, Army, we all had that one person that was in our division that was in a leadership role that we all lost trust in because of the fact that they didn't handle their business properly.
Right.
The problem is we got a head coach right now that he can't even be honest with himself right now.
I agree.
You know, I think he wakes up and tells himself lies every day. K-Dub called him a used car salesman. I agree with you. I even go a step further. I would say I pretty much would say he's like a sleazy politician at this point.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I've been saying, the man, instead of him being a football coach, I think he's in the wrong career field. I think he could possibly be a politician at this point because all the bill of goods you sold everybody and had everybody up here, hey, I think you could probably get a couple of $1 million out of some folks legally, bro. That's just me, but I'm not gonna get too crazy into it.
Nah,
But
He definitely can run for Senate. Tell you that much.
but check this out, Ryan. I'm with you. I don't think we can salvage the season, and it's not because of the players. It's not because of the fan base. I truly believe that it's the coaching again. That what have they done to quell the concern and the critique from the fan base as well as their players? What have they done to put any type of assurance or reassurance in the men that they're supposed to lead week in and week out?
None.
Like y'all said earlier, Raheem says all the right things, right? And it sounds good, but they also say it all the time. The worst man to take advice from is a man that knows how to choose his words. And Raheem chooses his words to try to make everything sound good. The house is on fire, and he's telling no, everything is fine. It's just a little stuffy in here. That's Raheem. So how do you put trust back into a fan base who rightfully so has every reason to want to see this man gone? Because for 3 consecutive years, all you preached was getting better. We have to find a way. When are you going to find a way? When? Because honestly, that at this point, that should be the only question the media has for Raheem. When are you going to find a way? When are you going to do your job?
I want to ask K-Dub a question in this situation here because we're talking about this. Now, we have everything that's in front of us at this point to try to save something.
Yeah.
But the Falcons defense has an opportunity to stop this Carolina offense. What can we hope for with this offense? Because Michael Penix Jr., we're gonna play these clips during this segment here. When you hear your quarterback's confidence shot like that, he played it well, but you can read between the lines. His confidence is shot right now because of the stuff that they're doing.
Absolutely.
What do you think it takes for him to get an opportunity to get better in this league and also to get this confidence back?
I was sitting there thinking about it, ever since I seen and like I said, he just needs people to lean on. He needs more people in the locker room that has a lot more experience in the league than him, like the base and other people in the world come to his aid. Like I said, he has to have more of a standing thing. Basically a greater foundation to stand on. If you're going to be a captain, which he had the seal on his chest, I think it was a little prematurely. I think he's the quarterback, but to give him that seal on his chest as being his first year starting, I thought it was a little premature. Even though he may have qualities to be a captain. But like I say, I think he needs to hire. I think he makes enough. I mean, I know he's not making Tom Brady type money, but you need to hire a real quarterback at NFL level that you can speak day in and day out, that even has more knowledge than Zach Robinson. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe he's a great quarterback in his day anyway. So you just need guys that play the position at a very high level, play at the NFL very high level, and just get daily tutelage from them. I mean, he can still talk to the high school coach and the age they grew up with, But I'm not call out the guy that you say you model team after and see if he used to work with you. Bridgewater. I knew he was to win Super Bowl.
AK
He
Dub,
knows how to play it in the league.
your mic's going in and out. It's kind of robotic right now. Try to pop in and pop back out real quick.
Oh, there goes my evil
I want to
twin.
know because you was cooking. I need to hear the rest of this because you look, you was cooking, and the best part, the damn microphone just.
I'll come right back. Hold on.
All right.
There goes my evil twin. I ain't seen him in a minute, boy.
See, when he's cooking, that damn microphone want to cut up. See, I'm not happy about that because he literally has been saying everything I was thinking. Literally.
But
literally.
And here's my thing. When is the team gonna be honest with themselves? Because we need some level of transparency in order to even salvage the season. Because we can keep policing and making it sound nice and whatnot, but we pretty much everybody in our locker room know what the truth is.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows. And this is why I said we need team captain and just keep it a buck. Be like, bro.
But here's the problem.
We don't want more division in the locker room.
But here was the problem. Ray McLeod spoke up.
Right.
Remember when we did the show afterwards, and I said a lot of people got mad at me, and it's a few content creators. I'm not gonna name you. I'm gonna let you have that one or what now. I'm gonna leave you out there to dry because you were in my chats talking greasy to me and didn't think that I didn't see what you said when I said Ray's the only one in this locker room with some heart and some nuts. I stand on
common sense
and common knowledge. And he called out the BS from the start. And everybody tried to defend that crap. And then next thing you know, you pretty much see him a healthy scratch. Healthy. Get scratched off of the list. And then you pushed him out the door. But after you push Ike Hilliard out the door. And I guarantee you that Ike Hilliard called a spade a spade. That's why he got fired. It wasn't the production of the receivers. It's because somebody's got an ego and doesn't understand that it's okay not to be the smartest person in the room sometimes. It's okay to let your other coaches do their jobs. But yet and still, you got coaches that aren't doing their jobs and they're stealing paychecks right now. Like, where does this make sense? At this point?
None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. Because, I mean, it's almost like we live in Groundhog Day every year. Because we keep getting the same result every freaking year.
Mm-hmm.
It has gotten old. And I'm like to the point right now, I'm like, we need to clean house. I'm with Coach Brent. We need to clean house. It don't start with Coach Brent. Coaching stuff. We need to clean some upper management too. Because
that ain't gonna happen. Come on, Graybeard.
Yeah,
we know what we want deep down, but
that's not
we gotta get reality, the reality of the situation.
Right. I mean,
and K-Dub, think about it, bro. They lied. Think about it. Rich McKay lied to our face in that interview. Why? If he doesn't have
what? I wish you never did the interview because this shit ain't make sense for you to do the interview.
Just think about this, bro. If you have no control over football operations at this point, why are you sitting in meetings where decisions are being made? If you have no kind of activity with this team, why are you sitting in for certain decisions? Why are you being involved with the day after the football game? And that's supposed to be Arthur Blank. Well, hell, he acting like Arthur Smith right now, so I might as well call Arthur Blank that. Fart.
Don't do that.
No, look, I love Arthur Blank to the day that I love Arthur Blank. He's one of my favorite people. But right now, you're acting like an old fart. And the reason I say that is because you stuck in your ways and you don't want to fire somebody during the middle of the season when it's needed. When it's needed. Because all of your players right now are really, they're looking at Raheem, and we've never heard Drake London talk like that before.
Never.
Think about it. I just run the routes I'm told to run. Pitt said last year, I just work here. Now, last year I gave him an earful because of the effort. But it's a hell of a lot deeper than that, and we're seeing that right now. But according to Michael Penix Jr., this is pretty much what we have for you. So this is Michael Penix Jr. I got 2 clips from his interview today, so y'all take a listen.
I felt like I was always supposed to, put our team in position to win football games. And, whenever I'm not completing wide open passes, I feel like I'm letting the team down. But like what you're talking about with Raheem, yeah, we did have that conversation, and it did help, to hear that from him. And, obviously, knowing that, everybody in the building, they understand what's going on.
And then this is the second part that you got.
Mentally, like my fiance, she's always there for me. So I know whenever I get home, it doesn't matter how I played, she's always gonna be there for me. She's gonna have a smile on her face and give me a hug and feel good no matter what. But as far as like physically, the on the field stuff, it's not nobody that I'll talk to like as far as another quarterback or anything like that. I do have people reach out to me. I do have quarterback coaches though back at home. That reach out to me as well, tell me, hey, like you need to clean this up, clean that.
So getting into this, those are 2 pieces of the interview. We're gonna break this down a little bit before we talk about how the offense can get rolling. First off, none of the coaches talk to this boy during the game. Pay attention to this. Nobody talks to him. Nobody's sitting in front of him with an iPad. Nobody's breaking anything down. That is a serious problem. But when Kirk is out there, you're in front of him. You're trying to get in his face. You're going back and forth. But y'all don't even speak to Michael Penix Jr. on the sideline. We've seen this multiple times. And he said in the interview today, no one talks to him. That's the reason why he's leaning on his girlfriend, his fiance, and his coaches. Now y'all tell me we don't have a coaching problem, and we got a coaching problem.
Now we got a coaching problem, but I heard the interview with Raheem and 92.9 yesterday and today. And they said that clip, I'm just saying what they said, I'm just repeating it. They said that clip was taken out of context. Now, for all the Falcon fans, we pretty much know the elephant in the room. But now we understand they're trying to play a little bit of cleanup or whatnot. But because when I first heard that footage about he don't talking about it on the sideline, I'm like, part of the reason why we got Jack Robinson from Mount Olympus was number 1 to get the play call down on time, and number 2 for him to be able to communicate with Michael Penix on the sideline on field level, so he can try to see what Michael Penix sees, so therefore they can build some rapport. But that was right there with on 92.9 the game today. They said that clip was taken out of context, and now all the other major sport new media already ran with it, and it's pretty much another black eye for the franchise. Like, we're not used to this already. I'm just packing the word.
But if you can't support your quarterback, and we see this, if any of us have been to games, K-Dub's been to a few games this year. Scoop has been, not Scoop, I'm sorry. Turbo's been to a game or 2. And here's the thing. Turbo even said himself, nobody talked to Penix when he was struggling. Nobody said nothing to him. K-Dub, did you see that same thing on the sideline when you were there?
Yes, man. He said himself have to explain it. I mean, I got my quarterback. He said people don't talk to him. Graybeard was reiterating. These guys are putting out the politically correct, trying to be politically correct, get around it, get in front of the story. But I can't help that you don't have a quarterback coach over there. Even Doug Williams' son, you're not doing a great job, sir. You might get hired too, because you're not talking to this guy and telling him the things to be successful. Like I said, the guy that you grew up watching, successful. He didn't win a Super Bowl, but he won some games in this league. You need to talk to a Teddy. If that's who you grew up watching and he's not playing in the league right now, get him on, man. He might even fly up to Atlanta and work with you your home in the backyard or something, working on ways to get up under center, ways back your ways of trying to hone in that throwing motion or whatever. So you're gonna have throwing these balls in the dirt because I didn't see this. Why I didn't see balls in the dirt. So a non-believer in certain aspects, but I know that you can play better, and I'm gonna put your feet to the fire, hold you accountable. If you're gonna put that seal on your chest and be the captain of this football team, that I need to play at and use those legs. I need more runs. I don't need him to use his leg. Get his legs warmed up. Call design runs and get that 4 or 5 rolling already. So he sit back there like a sitting duck, take hits all day. That line has to play better for him also. So that's where I stand with it. So I mean, I leave it alone. So it's a touchy subject because I feel like they're selling him. They're selling a bunch of chicken change and not taking care of the quarterback and properly.
So before we take this commercial break, because we got to take a break and pay some bills, I got to say this: DJ Williams ain't the issue. The person you need to be getting on is TJ Yates. That is the guy you need to be getting on. It ain't DJ. DJ's up in the booth. He's got a relationship with him, but DJ, if you ever notice, he ain't talking to the starting quarterback. He's working with the backup quarterback. He's not in that position to talk to starters yet. Not yet. They're letting him work with backups. They might let him call a play or two in practice, but DJ has a good relationship with him. But if you pay attention to it, when Penix was a backup, that's when he was talking to him. If you notice, when Kirk was a backup, that's who he was going to. Yates was the one that was working with the starters. So that falls on TJ Yates and Zach Robinson at that point, not on DJ. Now, when DJ
all of them getting fired.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Well, your neighbor.
But here's my thing. I'm not firing a young cat like DJ because he actually has respect in that locker room and he can actually communicate. That's something that Zach can't do. And that's something that was showed even on the Netflix series when he was there. You can see that. So I'm not getting rid of a young, bright mind like that understands the game and actually can call it a little bit better than Zach. But before we continue, man, we got to pay some bills, man. Y'all go ahead, sit back, relax. We got you covered. Y'all just tune in to this new commercial. Swooping in like the peregrine falcon, the BirdCage is going to take you on a journey. Tap in with us before every Falcons game. We have the pregame meal where fans can come in, talk about their likes, dislikes, and concerns for the upcoming game. Also, we have the halftime analysis that you check out. And then we have, for every fan afterwards, the Party Line and Benediction post-game show. You know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. We'll catch it in. Ghost. BirdCage. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. But getting back to what we were talking about, quarterback room is it's a bit of a jigsaw puzzle right now. And the problem is we have a quarterback coach and an OC that's jacked up. And those are the guys that need to take the blame of this right now at this point. Because again, right now, after that interview that Penix took, I'm with you on that, Coach Brandt. I'm not trying to get him in front of the mic right now because mentally he ain't figuring it out. And you don't need any kind of bad juju coming out of that locker room right now. We already got enough stuff that we dealing with. So I'm with Coach on that one. That's got to be a PR move from the front office. But again, our front office will probably bury the kid in the first place, just like Raheem did after we lost against Washington last year. When we buried Penix, he buried Penix in that interview, if you remember. But not going to get too crazy into that. The Falcons offense has to get rolling. They have to get rolling in this game. Bijan is the main piece, but what else can we do at this point? Because we do this every week talking about what we need to do. What else can we do to have consistency at this point besides firing Zach Robinson?
Two very simple things. Two very, very simple things.
Say that again. You were low.
Involve Tyler Algier more. And remove the pistol offense. Allow Michael Penix Jr. to sit in an offense that's more tailored to his skill set. He wants to be a pocket passer because we all know about his injury history. So he's very in tune with that part of himself. He doesn't want to be hurt, so he knows his best chance is to sit in the pocket. Coach Brent, myself, and other coaches who, even guys who played the game, know that the pistol is a very limited offense. This is an offense that you teach kids in middle school and pee-wee. This is not a viable offense for higher levels. So, the two main things is I don't believe Bijan has elevated himself enough to be a between the tackles kind of runner, right? If we look at the game last Sunday, it's a lot easier for Tyler Algier to do what he does best because he has the build for it, but he has the mentality of I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna still get 4, 5, 6 yards of carry.
Right.
I want to get hit. Bijan is not there because his body he's an agile kind of guy, so he's not going to be able to take those hits 20, 25, 30 times a game. That's where you allow your tandem running backs to work in unison. Because again, when you have Bijan on a linebacker or even a safety, he's either one too fast, he's gonna route them up, or two, now you have to really tailor your defense to put a corner somewhere else, and now place that safety or your linebacker in another position, which creates mismatches for everybody else. So there's things that we're missing as a coaching staff, and I wouldn't even put on the players more so it's more so the scheme than anything because it doesn't put players in a position to really do what they do best. Even I would say this for Kyle Pitts, and everyone knows I don't like this dude.
No, you don't.
Kyle Pitts has looked good on film. He runs his routes. He does what he's supposed to do.
Yep.
And yet we can't get this man the ball because it's more so tailored to Bijan than anybody else on the roster. So unfortunately, there's a lot that's going to have to change, and Bijan's going to have to take a back seat at some point. We cannot make him the end all be all for the offense because when he stops, everything stops.
Yep.
When
But that's
Bijan's
the
in the
problem.
game, when Tyler Algier's in the game, the ball moves so freely, and Michael Penix is not stuck trying to just focus on one person. It gives them freedom to move across the field.
But here's the
But he's
problem
so
with Coach
fixated
Brand.
on getting Bijan his numbers, it stifles the offense.
Hey Cam, but Coach Brand said it best. He said it on the show before. He's saying it again in the chat. Got to get under center. You gotta switch it up. But the problem is this: Penix don't have good footwork. Pay attention to it. He even said it in the press conference today. That's something he got to work. That's something he has to work on. Most quarterbacks have great footwork by the time they get to the league. That's already taken care of when you're in, really, at this point, high school. But back in the day, it used to be just college because you were being developed. So that right there in itself kind of hindered him a little bit. He's got arms now. It's been accuracy issues. It was like that with him in college too. It's what it is.
Yeah.
But the thing that he has to get better at, K-Dub said it earlier, he's got to use his legs. And agreed, Coach Brent, you can't teach a kid technique on game day. Marcus said he need to be like Gregory Hines in the offseason, tap dance. That's Big Mark said that earlier today. For me, I'm gonna keep it modern for you. I need you to get like Mr. Big say, check my footwork. You ain't got these. Right now, you ain't got them. We got to get your feet right because if your feet are right, that helps you in this passing game to where your game is a little bit better. Your timing's a little bit better. You literally put yourself in a position to keep your receivers from having passes thrown behind them, thrown in the dirt. Like people don't understand the mechanics. His mechanics aren't the best, but those can be fixed in the offseason. It's not going to happen during the season.
I just feel like
which is why I say we keep him. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, K-Dub.
I was just saying. I mean, I know we got to get to the off season to get to that, but he has to put the effort into it too. We know you missed a lot of time because of the injuries. You couldn't work on your footwork. That's fine and dandy. You got some of the dance teachers in the city of Atlanta, man. Sign up for some of these damn dance classes with your wife or your fiance and work on your footwork. It may not be foot related, but everything is related. When these guys pass rushing moves, they're taking up taekwondo, they're taking up jiu-jitsu and everything like that. You have to utilize these millions they're giving you and find ways to improve your. Go to some of these top flight dance teachers they have in the Atlanta area. I'm sure they would love to coach Michael Penix on footwork and dance routines and stuff like that to get your feet right. You don't have two left feet. I mean, you have to do what you got to do, man, if you want to be the starting quarterback for any franchise in the NFL. So you get to work on these things. I'm still for bringing in Teddy Porter, since you said that's who grew up watching. He need a job right now. You can get him a cool million, coach you along every game and every practice and go over with him. You can do all kind of stuff there, man.
Here's the problem. You had one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time at your disposal, and he's a mentor to you. You had Warren Moon at Washington when he was calling your games and things. You had him in the Seattle area. I've been saying this for the longest.
Never used him.
You used him to talk to him about how to handle things, but you never really worked with him. And you got a guy that made the Hall of Fame in 2 leagues, won 5 Grey Cups, been to multiple playoff games. And that is what it is. At this point, all you can do is just laugh. Carlos, I like the optimism. That's awesome. I really like the optimism, but they got to show me. I'm not saying I don't believe the team.
Yeah, I love these Falcons, but I ain't bet them in a long time.
Well, here's my question. Here's my question. I have a question. Coach DeBoer was head coach at Washington. Am I correct?
Yep.
And Ryan Grubb was his offensive coordinator.
Right. Hey, do you think anybody, I'm saying anybody on that coaching staff, i.e. Dak Robinson, i.e. Raheem, ever reached out to this man and say, okay, what is he comfortable with when it comes to offense?
Absolutely not.
Glenn, we can tell you no. We can tell you that.
They think they smarter than everybody, man. They think they smarter than everybody. They learned everything from Bay, but I really believe that Robinson did not get the full approval. He learned a lot. He just didn't flip the page. He got stuck on the pistol. Like, dog, did you learn the rest of the playbook? Because everybody else runs it effectively.
Well, here's the thing.
Here's the thing, though. Here's my thing. If you look at what he's doing with Alabama, he's doing the exact same thing he did with Washington. He had a quarterback. He had a quarterback that's mobile, but it's hella accurate. We got Michael Pitt.
But Ty Simpson comes from a football family. Ty's dad is a coach.
I know.
Yeah.
And a quarterback coach at that. So he already had Ty right before he went to Alabama. The only thing they're doing is benefiting off of his knowledge and what he's doing with his arm and his athletic ability. Ty was developed before he got to Alabama. He was already developed.
No, but I'm just saying it's pretty much similar. He's similar to Michael Penix. Michael Penix.
No, he's not similar to Michael Penix.
No. Just let me finish.
Go ahead and get it off because I'm gonna still tell you no, and I'm gonna give you reasons why. Go ahead.
Let me finish. I'm not saying that they're identical twin, but I'm just saying what Kellen DeBoer took from Washington, he brought it to Bama. And what reason why we drafted Michael Penix, because of his arm strength, his accuracy, and whatever. And I'm trying to figure out why. Because
there's two reasons why.
Okay,
in my opinion. The first opinion is he played the majority of his snaps in the shotgun. It doesn't cause for you to move your feet as much because you're already 5 to 7 yards away from the defensive line. It allows you to catch the ball, take maybe a two or three step drop, and now you can pick apart what you see because you've already been able to scan the field from where you are. He hasn't learned that he didn't learn it in high school. He didn't learn it at Indiana. He slowly started to learn it at Washington, but also at Washington, he had the number one offensive line in the nation, on top of having one of the best run games in the nation, on
Thank
top of
you.
having one of the best wide receiver cores in the nation. So not only was he surrounded
Yeah.
by talent, he had people that made sure he wasn't laying on his back. He was given more time to do homework, study, get a prom date, make his homecoming suit, and then throw the ball. That's how great that team was. Unfortunately, we're starting to see the weaknesses in his play because there's a deficit of talent on the offensive line here in Atlanta.
And Cam, this is the other thing you didn't put out there. Now, you pretty much took pretty much all the points I was going to throw out there. Here's the other thing. When you saw him against a defense that had a heartbeat, you pretty much saw what he was like in their national championship game.
Against
Period.
Michigan.
Against Michigan. Say what you want about Michigan cheating and all that. I get it. But you saw what happened when you put a little pressure on him. Just saying. Simple mistakes that you need to clean up. And again, when you talk about Penix has the ability to become a great quarterback. He has the physical tools. Don't get it twisted. We are not calling him a bust. He is far from a bust. However, right now, he's played more than 10 games in his career as a starter. As a starter. It's only so many mulligans he's going to get. Now, you've played 12 games now, pretty much. At this point, you need to sit him down because he's not going nowhere. Raheem ain't going to change it. Make Cousins earn his money and get him the hell up out of here at this point.
That was going to be my next. That was going to be my next question. Do you think?
No, sit him down.
No, I'm saying at the beginning of the season, do you think we rushed him at QB1 too quickly, or do you think we should have another run with?
No, they didn't rush him at QB1 at all. The problem was with that BS that happened with Kirk last year. At that point of the season, you had to sit Kirk at that point because Kirk was doing more damage than he was helping, and Kirk was injured. And then when that stuff came out on Netflix, that just wasn't a good look. So I get it. But at this point, if Penix is not playing well, I'm sorry. You got a guy that's got $180 million. You know what? If you're going to sit here and crash this boat, sit him down and don't screw him up for the next coach that's coming. Because we know you're not going to be here too much longer. Don't let the kid get hurt. Pull him, let him sit for a game, and let your boy do his thing. Because at this point, if you lose this game Sunday, if you lose, the divisional opportunity to get into the playoffs is gone.
Done.
Because you'll be 0-3.
It's done.
This game and the New Orleans game are the most two important games of the season now because of how bad of a start we've had this season and how many games that we've pissed away. We have, let's just be honest, we've been in damn near every game. Should have beat the Patriots. Should have beat the Colts. Two of the best teams in the league right now. You beat the Bills. You lose to the 49ers. And you pretty much just get embarrassed since then. You got beat by Miami. At home. Embarrassed.
That's what killed me. That's what killed me.
So this is the thing, and I'm with you on this, Coach Brent. Yeah, Cousins gonna call his own plays. We saw that last year, and it pretty much had us in the division lead because he said the hell with what Zach Robinson is doing at this point. I know it sucks to hear us say that. I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan, but at this point, to salvage the season at this point, you got to make a change. If you're not gonna change your coordinator and fire him, guess what? You need to sit your young quarterback down and let him take mental.
Right. But I'm gonna take what you just said and I'm gonna apply the logic to it, right? How
Go ahead.
He's not going to change XYZ. Is this not the same exact position we was in last year with Kirk Cousins going from Kirk to Michael Penix?
Yeah.
When we're in the
Penix, but the difference is Penix isn't injured. Kirk was injured and they still played him. That's why I say it's a whole different situation on how that went. So
the looking back on it, right? it's a parallel dimension. The way I'm looking at it, it's almost parallel because we don't truly know if Michael Penix
Matt LaFleur.
is fully
Why they go?
recovered. We don't know if he's fully
Hold on.
recovered or not.
Hold up.
Then on top of it, we're in these games and we're seeing that Michael Penix is not finishing them for us. The defense keeps us in every game. Why not see what Kirk Cousins actually has right now? He's healthy. He knows the playbook. And like Coach Brent said, if he sees something, he's going to audible out of whatever crap that Zach Robinson was going to call. So why not try to put the team in a position to revamp itself, get a kickstart, see what Kirk Cousins can give you. And if he can't give you anything, then hey, okay, now we know.
Yeah.
He's going to be back
That's
next
the
year.
problem.
So
But
why?
I just feel like
that's
they
the problem.
did that when he was hurt, and that's what he got out of it. It looked like he's over there on the sitting on the sideline enjoying collecting checks. That's what it seemed like he's like doing right now.
And now you understand why I'm saying, you know what? If Penix is playing bad, make this dude earn his check. That's my whole thing.
Oh, in the
At this
whole
point,
Matt LaFleur thing, I know what Craig is talking about. So
Carlo.
there,
So hold on, I gotta address
He
something.
got fired or something. Well,
Hold on, I gotta address something real quick, Carlo. Here's the thing: you're saying let him stand in the paint, but if your quarterback has no confidence, he's screwing up where he's had three intentional grounding penalties where he should have been smarter with the football, and he's doing things that is hurting this offense at this point. Look, the next topic that we got is when is Penix going to take some? I mean, he said it, but when are we going to start holding him accountable? I don't want to hear that. The man 12 games in. So at this point, I get it. But if this man is playing bad and we still got a chance, hey, I'm pulling him to let him sit and think about it. He ain't the first quarterback that's done sat because they played bad at one point. And I can give you a couple of Hall of Famers that has sat down early in their career. Terry Bradshaw, 4-time Super Bowl champ. Joe Montana was sat down. I can keep going. Steve Young was benched. Warren Moon got benched at one point in his career. Michael Penix is idle.
Troy
Aikman was benched. So all I'm saying is no. I'm not getting ready to just let him just keep going in here and screwing up. No, son, I need you to sit down. I need you to refocus and get back to what we understand. That's my thing. And I get why people say, oh, but the problem is this. You don't have a quarterback. You really don't have a good quarterback coach that's helping them develop. And you don't have an offensive coordinator that's setting this dude up for success at this point. So why in the hell am I going to continue to keep letting him hurt himself? And my thing is sit him down and let him reassess some stuff at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. Because look at the record.
Y'all
3-6 right
Nick
now.
Nash.
We 3-6. We 3-6 right now. And we're still trying to fight to even get into a wild card, let alone win the division. So at this point, you got to make a change. Might not be popular with some folks, but hell, I don't need nobody just collecting Social Security checks on this bench. Not now.
we had too many of those already. But
exactly.
For the Matt LaFleur thing, they can just a court that came from when I was looking to Kick 80 the fan this morning. They said if they can just afford. So just don't take it for what it is. They're hearing rumble at Green Bay. If Matt LaFleur does not make it to the postseason, there's a possibility he might be getting let go. But he still had been in contact with the Falcons. So that's why you've been hearing the name Matt LaFleur rumored all of a sudden right now. Because if Matt LaFleur did, first of all, Green Bay let him go, they can fool. Because that man is like 73 and 39.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like,
coach.
But Great Big,
what
organization? Wait a minute. What organization are you talking about, sir?
Green Bay.
What did you say the organization's name was?
Green Bay.
Look at how many championships and Super Bowls they have. Look at how many Hall of Famers they have. Look at the standard that is in Green Bay. Understand that. That is what you call a championship organization. They understand if you're not winning, you're gone. They fired Mike McCarthy, who won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They let go of, think about it. They let go of Mike Holmgren, who brought them out of the dark times.
Mm-hmm.
and went to 2 Super Bowls, won
Yep.
one, lost one,
And lost
and was
one to
consistently
Denver.
in the
Yep.
playoffs. And then he goes to Seattle and goes to a Super Bowl with them. So what I'm saying is, this is an organization that understands winning. We don't have that yet. We've never have.
No, yeah.
So again, you got to understand that organization is owned by the public, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always been that way. And you're talking about an organization that understands winning football.
Yeah.
They have a tradition of that.
But yeah, if that's the case, come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
And but here's the other person that you got to look at this point. It's not just Kubiak. It's not LaFleur. You got Kubiak. Clint Kubiak is an OC right now in Seattle, and they're doing well. So at this point, when are you actually going to start? When are you going to bring an offensive minded coach in here that actually understands how to use a quarterback and the pass?
He'd be my first choice.
LaFleur should have been the offensive coordinator after Shanahan walked. We made a grave mistake with that.
Fact. I agree.
And then if Dan Quinn would have got fired, he would have already been in the building as a head coach.
Absolutely.
So again, Falcons fans, this is your organization. This is the leadership that's in this organization that does not understand how to keep great talent, whether it's coaching or players, in this building. And they don't know when to cut bait. It's been a problem. So
Clint Kubiak going to be a hot name towards the end of the season for a head coaching job. I promise you that.
Hot name.
I got another one for you. He was a head coach already. And he understands quarterbacks. Unfortunately, he's gone downhill because of the injuries. You got Cliff Kingsbury in Washington right now.
Yeah, he getting a head coaching job too.
Say what you want. That's another offensive guy that understands how to use the passing game, because God rest his soul, Mike Leach, rest in peace. He comes from that. He comes from the air raid system, and he understands the passing game, and he knows how to run the ball. So I'm just saying, it's a couple of names out here. Brian Flores is another one. He's a defensive guy, but he understands bringing in somebody that's smart, and he did that when he was in Miami.
Yep.
So when are we gonna finally get some sense into this damn organization?
It got to be this year. I can't take it. I can't take it another couple of years, man. I mean, hiring the right head coach.
Hell no, I wouldn't take Gruden.
No.
No.
I can't believe you sat there and typed that. No.
No, man.
You wrong for that. You wrong for that.
He fine where he at. He fine where he at.
Did we pass? I don't think we passed on a lot of these. I don't think we passed. Yeah, a lot of these guys turned us down when they got better. I think Ben Johnson wanted to stay in Detroit when we talked to him.
They didn't turn us. Here's the thing. They didn't turn us down. You got to remember, we have a hiring corporation that helps with hiring for coaches. People that don't understand football. We have a hiring consultant that we use to hire coaches.
Think
about it.
I don't think they used them this go around.
No, they did. They used them this go round because Raheem fit what they wanted, and they even said they used them. Nick Shalini talked about it in that interview with Rich McKay, and they talked.
Yeah, we talk about Rich McKay. McKay got grilled.
Why don't we have more football people in football positions that are worried about this franchise?
That's a good question. That's a good question, Kate. Cam. I don't know.
Why don't we have more football people in those positions? Because they, like you said, they understand the mental, the toll of the game, the outside. They know every angle of it because they either played it, they actually coached it at some point in time. They just have a better understanding of the game than someone who went to school to read books to try to analyze people. I want the best person that's going to be for the job because you know what it takes to do this business. You can hear the evidence that you understand football. Like, there's people we have conversations with the people that talk, we know, oh, they're talking from a place of either they played, coach, or whatever. There's a different understanding from the everyday casual fan that just sees what they see on TV.
Because a lot of time, but a lot of time, big organization go for the safe hire that are for the right hire. We've been doing it for far too long. Coach Raheem already was an interim head coach, and he didn't do that well when he was an interim head coach. What did we do? We brought him in because he was familiar, and he pretty much would become another company guy, another politician. We're not going to go against the grain when it comes to players. When it comes to coaching, this was the first year we pretty much went against the grain when it comes to players because we drafted a dog in the first round.
But here's the problem. I've been saying this for years. You had the evals on a lot of players. Not some you hit. Now look, this last draft, yeah, they hit. But let's talk about it. History-wise, we've missed on more than we've hit.
Yeah, we have.
And it's just and a lot of you out here don't want to admit that, and it's okay because look, I'm never gonna tell people how to fan, but I'm not gonna be the one with the damn delusion either. Period. We got to call a spade a spade. If you get my thing, you get mad at the legendary Robin Harris said, "That's my ass." If I got to piss you off because I'm telling the truth, that's how I feel with it. Because I'm tired of the freaking delusion. And see, I almost said something I didn't want to say. I talked about it in Bumper to Bumper the other day. And this is a problem. You got people that really don't understand the game in that sense, in that front office. They don't understand how to evaluate talent. Okay, you get your picks this year. You have to build up now. You got a core put together. When are you going to start building the depth of this so when guys get hurt, there's not a fall off like we have right now, middle linebacker?
Oh, gee.
Foye Aluakon was a hell of a linebacker, and we let him go. Jacksonville might not be the best team in the league right now, but damn it, he out there balling still.
Yeah. Good.
That can Jesse Tuggle. The numbers don't lie. And we let him walk.
Yeah.
You let Jalen Hawkins walk. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up. You let Jalen Hawkins walk for Richie Grant. We don't draft Xavier Watts or Billy Bowman if he's here still because he's showing his ass in New England and damn sure showed it against us. So when we say player evals, yeah, I'm here for it. Told you to get Marquise Bell, and you passed on him. You passed on Kendall Bowler, who could be a cornerback too for you right now. You passed on Carson Vincent out of Alabama A&M that's starting, and they hadn't given up a sack yet for Baltimore. That plays guard and tackle. But yet and still, we are doing well when it comes to this. Y'all done missed on more evals, and let me not say that. That's not politically correct. Boy, I was about to say something. You know what, Bumpy? You done missed more evals than Pookie missing crack rocks in the freaking Carter in New Jack City.
Damn. Not New Jack.
A cleaned up Pookie at that.
Oh,
let's keep it a buck. You remember when he got off them rocks and how he was all calm and he started fiending for it. Guess what? Yeah, you missed in the draft like he missed them damn crack rocks. That's how I stand on it.
Jamal Anderson, defensive end, University of Arkansas.
Bust. Let's be honest. Ooh, thank you, Brent. Mechanic. Thank you, Brent. I've been saying this for the longest. I'm gonna turn. You know what? We're gonna go for another 15. I'm gonna open this up to folks, and they come in here because today I want some damn smoke. Today, that's what I want.
You about to
and let's keep it a buck. Bijan, everybody's enamored with that, just like they were enamored with Michael Vick because of splash plays and things of that sort. Don't get mad at me, Tito. This year 3. He's one of the best in the league. He's going to be one of the best in the league. But at the same time, it's what it is. Hey, shout out to my brother Ice Cold Gavin, Kevin Golden, a.k.a. Nike Barber. If you're ever in Duval County, you want a fresh haircut, check out my brother KG. I definitely, if y'all don't know who he is, if you're in Jacksonville, hit me up in the DMs or whatnot. I'll make sure that I pass you his booking name so you guys can get fresh cuts down there in Duval County, man. Shout out to my big brother. Now,
I'm not
saying
mad
is,
with you, right? I ain't mad with you. I
no,
want to
but
hear everything you're saying because I agree.
But the problem I have is now that everybody is sitting here complaining and moaning about it and groaning about it. It's funny because I've been preaching this for the longest. I've been preaching this. I've been told that I'm a Debbie Downer. I've been told I'm a wet blanket. But when this stuff hits the fan, when the funk hits the fan and make the people want to jam, come on, man. What we doing?
We got the phone.
Shout out to Jay, man.
Kyle Pickle. You get over a PS2 in Jamaica.
Think about it, man. Look who we took.
Oh,
Put the link in the chat, man. If you want to come in here and talk about it, you can. Because at this point, look, we're not even going to get to the picks tonight, man. We just go talk about these Falcons tonight. Because in the state of this team right now, we got to talk. Because the benediction wasn't enough. I'm sorry. It wasn't enough.
we were the only.
We'll do the score predictions in the pregame meal on Sunday, man. Come on in here and open this thing up, man. You know what? I'm gonna do something different tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to open the altar back up.
Oh Lord.
You can come in here, you can talk about how you feel. Damn it, we gotta open the altar up for a couple of minutes.
Hey man, look. Hey man, we still are the only team in NFL history to collect the tight end in the top 4 pick. Yeah, Micah Parsons. And Michael Parsons. Yeah, we could have had him.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about Tat McKinley.
Well,
Grandma Mom from UF. Hey man, leave Larry Johnson out of this.
Marlon Davidson. Marlon Davidson.
Hey, Kool-Aid, what's good, man?
Tyler Starr.
Man, I just had to holler at y'all guys. Man, hold on.
What happened, Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid, what you frying chicken?
Kool-Aid, you cooking?
Yeah, you're in that fried chicken.
I'm at work, man. I'm at work.
Get that 2P.
So what you got for us, Kool-Aid?
I'm a dental tech, man. I'm a dental tech, man.
Oh, that's what's up.
Make dentures and
Okay,
parts.
all right.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Hey, I just listen to y'all, man. You know, y'all really don't understand how easy it is to solve this problem, man.
We know how easy it is.
Blair, I'm telling you right now, Blair and your boy would solve the whole problem. Man.
It ain't
I
even
like
just
that.
Hey, Kool-Aid, even if they move them up, how are we going to scheme them when we got an offensive coordinator that does not understand how to scheme routes?
The thing is, you just got to run the same thing that they ran while they was in preseason. You ain't got to scheme none the same thing. They the one who were practicing. They practiced the whole preseason.
Do you know who called plays in preseason? It was not Zach Robinson. It was
TJ Yates.
I understand that. I understand that. But see, but you understand that. I heard your head coach talk about that your boy Mooney ain't practiced at all.
Yeah.
So if he ain't practiced, he ain't did this, he ain't did that. It don't matter who called the plays, man. You put somebody on the field that ain't practiced the whole year with the quarterback. They don't have nothing, and then he don't have himself right now. Man, look, I'm telling you right now, Gilda, it don't matter who gonna quarterback. If you don't give them a good wide receiver to go along with Drake London right now, man, you just spinning your wheels. I'm just telling you, because I mean the problem is right now, if your coach had any brain, he would have started out the season. He would have went on to that moon and stayed out instead of playing some favoritism, and he would have went on and let Blair and my other boy come on up and play this football. The two guys that played in preseason, the best game that anybody have played. I mean, it just don't make no sense.
That ain't the only
man. I'm just
Kool-Aid. That ain't the only problem. This is why Mooney didn't play.
Problem, but I'm saying
Kool-Aid. Wait a minute. Tell the folks why. Tell the folks why he didn't play. Now you mentioned this or whatnot, but you didn't say why. He had a broke collarbone. That's what nobody talked about, and they didn't. And Raheem withheld that information, and they just came out with that information literally from Myles Garrett today.
Correct.
Today that information came out that collarbone was broke. That's why he didn't play those first few games.
Correct. You talking about Mooney, right?
Yeah, that's why Mooney was out because they had broke collarbone. But they never told anybody that he had a broken collarbone. And the problem was they did that because they didn't want to put him on injured reserve. That was the reason they did that.
I'd rather you put him on injury reserve.
I mean, like, man,
Yeah.
he should have never touched the football field, man. He just should have never touched the football field.
Yeah, but we getting a bad
collarbone
rep
field
right
ain't right.
Yeah, we getting a bad rep right now when it comes to the injury report, man. We had it with Arthur Smith, and now we got it with freaking Raheem Morgan. It's not a good look.
See, they do that. They do that late because when they losing they want to have something to throw it on. Oh, now's an excuse. Oh, he playing back, or now he got a broken collarbone. That's why he playing bad. That's why he ain't looking good. You know, he dropped a few balls and
His confidence ain't there, and he not all the way strong yet. You can tell. You
Yeah.
can tell. Because Kool-Aid.
Man, I'm just saying, man, a good coach.
The feet not the problem. His speed isn't the problem. It's them hands. If you notice, when have you seen Mooney really have? Think about this, fellas. And then I gotta bring something else up. When have you seen Mooney really have a full extension with a pass like he did last year, this season? When have you seen him really stretch out for a pass? Minus the one that he dove for in the game against Indy this Sunday.
Right.
No, he been trying to catch it in the shit. He been trying to catch it in the body.
Kool-Aid, that was the reason you brought that up. And I said, when they said that, and remember I was saying this at the beginning of the season, fellas, and I had some folks to give me some pushback. I said, if he ain't 100%, do not put him on the field. I don't care how much of a decoy he is. We got guys that can step in. Kadero Hyde should have been the next one up in line to be the guy instead of Casey Washington.
For real, we should open this up this year with Hodge, Blair,
and Nash.
Yeah,
man.
Nash, man.
But when I said that this year,
I don't like Steelers.
Wait a minute. I do remember. Now I ain't gonna let you get away with this one because I do remember you saying.
I like the Blair now. I like the Blair. That's what I like.
When I said Hodge or whatnot, you said he couldn't carry Mooney's jockstrap earlier this year. Remember?
You did
say that.
I did say that, but this a healthy Mooney. This ain't nothing. I believe his collarbone still messed up.
And the problem was this. I was saying that Hodge is on that level, and people don't want to give him that. Hodge is a football player. He can do anything you ask him to do. And Hodge is a guy that I would have trusted in that situation to get into there because guess what? He had been in pressure situations the year before. Blair got playing time, but it was in garbage time. They never gave him a chance to really play with the starters. My thing was you go with the experience in that sense with Hodge because Hodge had been a starter at one point when Mooney went down last year. He performed. And then when he got his opportunity and number, he took it to the house and won the game for it.
I seen him some passes too. He scored a touchdown, but I seen him drop some big passes.
But his thing, he caught more than he dropped last year.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I know he wins for us, but I can't discredit that he dropped some shit.
But it wasn't. But Coach Brand. He don't drop much. Unfortunately, when he did drop some passes last year, it wasn't good, but he made up for those with his special teams play. He came back and still caught crucial passes and helped move the chains at times too. So I'm just saying we're already seeing the demise right now of a lot of stuff. Ike Hilliard was a hell of a coach, and we all saw how everybody produced out of that wide receiver room. Everybody that stepped on the field with Ike Hilliard.
See, the thing here, guys, it got, and I know we had a really big argument about the preseason thing. This all right here is a result of the decision you made in preseason. I can't understand. I'm going back to Blair and Nash again, and the players. I'm surprised they got a couple of defensive players that played in preseason. And you know some of those players that are on defense that played in preseason, they are really looking good right now on defense. They're really looking good. But and see, that just show you when you give a player a chance to play in preseason and get them reps in, it helps. It helps anybody. The more reps you get in, it's gonna help. And to just go out there and just feature a couple of guys in preseason, it's a result of that. And then the ones who should have got some reps to get some continuity was some starters that should have just did some of that. Man, you can still see some of that stuff right now. We in game what, 6? And they still had came this like this.
We way past 6.
Well, what we at? What we at? 7?
We
10. We 10? Okay, I'm thinking different. My mind flipped with the Hawks a little bit. Okay, but anyway, 10, right? So I think about 6 or whatever. Okay, but 10 games, right? We way into 10 games. That's way too far. And we still ain't gelled the way we're supposed to. That's why you see Penix back there, sitting back there 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Ain't no receiver open. Come on, man.
You got to shorten up the. Here's the thing. You got to shorten, but the problem is this: they're calling really elementary routes. You're not calling any combination routes to throw a defense off. You're not calling a lot of crossers. You're not calling a lot of bench routes. You're mainly calling simple passing routes. We don't even attack the seam like we should. The middle of the field is always wide open because guess what? They're always looking for those damn screens, and they're always looking pretty much for everything that's in front of the sticks. We are not in a situation where we can hurt somebody deep. Even with these even with the receivers we're talking about coming up. The reason being is the fact of the matter, we got an OC that calls X amount of plays out of one formation. If you maybe change up the formation a bit, maybe you might get some separation with receivers. Maybe corners get thrown off. Maybe the safeties get thrown off. But when you line up in the pistol the whole time and you only run out of that formation, this is what we get. This is exactly what we get.
Running out of that. But when he running that last year, running out the pistol,
Kirk Cousins was calling a lot of the plays. We weren't just running out of pistol. We ran shotgun, and then we also had Kirk under center at times too last year, and that threw things off. Even though Kirk was banged up, he still went under center because he changed a lot of the stuff at the line when Zach Robinson was calling it because Kirk was seeing it for what it was. So at this point, Kirk was the offensive coordinator last year until the wheels fell off. He was
hell, he gives somebody he needs to call the play for Penix. Oh, good Lord. Oh,
thank you, Coach. Exactly. And this is so for those who don't know the terminology, pretty much you got receivers going across, you got void routes, receivers going out, you got rail routes where they're actually going out, faking like they're going to the flat and going up. And then you got your circle routes where you got your receivers running, coming back, circling back to the quarterback and opening up. Button hooks, that's what we call them. So again, we're not running any creative routes. These corners and safeties are able to sit on a lot of these routes and stop a lot of what we do. The only thing we're running is really slants with Drake. That's killing everybody. Let's be honest. And I love Drake.
And out route. He love running out route.
Like, that's it. And that out route cost us from winning that sixth game instead of running the ball. And that there, and that's what I mean when I say we got an elementary offensive coordinator. But until we change the philosophy, which Raheem already said he's not changing anything. This is what we expect, folks. Now, I don't know.
So how can he be the smartest person in the room when they not smart enough to? That's the funny part.
K-Dub, you dealing with a brother from Jersey with a degree from Hofstra. You dealing, listen to
That's
me.
when he went to school there. I'll try to
You
figure that
dealing
school he
with
went to. I was thinking that it
you
was.
dealing with a brother that come from around the Newark, New Jersey area and Ewing, New Jersey. In between that area, he grew up all up and through there, Elizabeth too, and went to Hofstra, a top school for brains. You got a brother that
Street
literally.
smart dude with book smarts.
Thank you.
Well, he got a degree in car salesman. That's what he got.
That is
And
one.
you dealing, and here's the thing: here's the problem. You dealing with a cat from up top, up at the top or whatnot. Is not gonna say, "Man, I was wrong on that." Too prideful. That's that Jersey pride.
Too
prideful, man. He's not gonna admit that he's wrong. He's sorry to his fans. Come on. You say we got unfinished business. I'm gonna be honest with you. Kool-Aid, I hope you're making dentures for him because eventually somebody gonna get tired of him, and those chiclets he has in his mouth, they might be gone soon. You might as well start making dentures for him because somebody gonna probably pop him if they see him in the streets. If they lost tons of money on these games.
Put it like this, man. If we lose Sunday,
I ain't even got to say it. I got Graybit. I got you.
I think I know where that 6 came up, man. I was listening to somebody came on the radio and the guy said, how many games you think the Falcons gonna win? He called in, he said, I told y'all guys the Falcons ain't gonna win no more than 6 games.
Can we just go ahead and just do this here? If they lose Sunday, just flush. And then we got to get a courtesy flush to get him and Zach Robinson the hell out of here. Just
I mean, if they don't win at least 8 match or more that we got last year, I can see him getting fired in the second year because regressing.
I hope so.
Well, he gonna pay.
I'm just saying. I mean, I know he normally goes and gives coaches 3 years, but I can see him getting fired in his second year if he doesn't at least equal win total last year or surpass it. So that's why I started the season off by saying I only see 9 wins, one win. But hell, if you can't get done, I don't see how you can survive you the rest of your coaching staff.
If we get blowed out again on our home field, he'll get fired that same day.
So
he ain't gonna make it to Monday.
You want to see how consistently inconsistent this team is? Since 2018, this team has gone 7-10, 7-10, 4-12. No, 7-9, 7-9, 4-12, 7-10, 7-10, 7-10, and we're on pace to go 7-10 on the season. You see how consistently inconsistent we are as a franchise. Nothing about this has changed except who's in the uniform. When they say there's a winning culture, teams specifically bring in and remove things that don't need to be there to cultivate that.
We don't.
Rich McKay sat there and told all of us he has nothing to do with football operations. But yet he's still in meetings dealing with football operations.
Can I tell you what that sounds like to me, Cam?
He's involved with football operation.
Y'all know it. You know what this sounds like? It sounds like
it smell like badussy.
That's what it sounds like. Badussy. That's what it sounds like. If you know what it is, you know what it is.
I ain't heard that come 5 years ago.
That's what it sounds like to me. I'm just being honest with you on that. Everything that come out of that man's mouth, it just sounds just like
it smell like badussy.
That's what it sounds like to me. Anytime he say it, it sound like that, and it smell like it. If y'all don't know what that is, I need y'all to go ahead and check out Def Jam's How to Be a Player. Please. If you know, you know. That's what it sounds like to me. But we ain't gonna get too crazy up into it. because I know if I get into it, I'm gonna go into a tangent.
Man, look, this whole
But
thing had been up
but
a temper tantrum.
well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just get to this part of the show, baby.
Yeah.
Look, hey, we went a little far, but we got to bring out the X factors this week, man. Let's go. X factors. So, with that being said, what X factors are we gonna have this week, ladies and gentlemen? Kool-Aid, you've entered this as a guest.
Okay.
Who are gonna be for Sunday? Offense and defense. Not guys on the practice squad, but guys that's on the field right now. Who are gonna be? I gotta make sure.
I'm not gonna go with the practice. I know Raheem is hard head. 10 games went by. I've been saying it since the season started. So Raheem is hard head. So I know that's over with. Well, I'm gonna say like this, man. Bijan gonna have to be the X factor for real, along with offensive lineman blocking. And I'm gonna tell you right this, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. And with Tyler Algier, I'm gonna, not just Algier running. Algier have been messing up on when he out there on the field with Bijan. He have really not looked too good blocking for him. And I think if he can do any decent blocking when both of them is on the football field together, he can be a major X factor just for blocking correctly. That's my position of the X factor. And I'm gonna say Matthew as being the lineman.
Okay.
You know what, Kool-Aid? What you sound like right now? You sound like unseasoned people Kool-Aid. That's what you sound like. Talk about Algier like that.
No, he's saying in the blocking game. He's saying in the blocking game, and he's saying it because honestly, the last 2 games, and I'm an Algier guy. The last 2 games when they was on the field together, there were some blocks that he missed that he normally pick up, bro.
Sugar-free.
You know I'm a diehard Algier fan, just like you.
Right. I ain't got no problem with it.
To their opinion, that's what Kool-Aid is.
There will be no Tyler Algier slander.
No. Look, if we can listen, if we can slander Kyle
Slandering him.
we got to keep it straight across the board. Because here's my thing: if we can slam Pitts in here, we can slam Michael Penix Jr., the franchise quarterback. Oh, Tyler can get some smoke too. It's all good.
Bertrand is the number one hit.
Bertrand is the number one enemy. He's enemy number one at this point.
Well, he's so bad. He can't be a factor.
Bertrand, please.
Bertrand cannot be a factor. He needs to be removed. He can't be a factor.
Well, I told you XFL somewhere.
No, I wouldn't even be. Tyler, listen. He can't even make the XFL. He just smell like
Badussy.
That's what he smelled like. That's what he smelled like.
Okay. My X factor on offense. Probably Chief Craig. But
I don't even think he can help. You called a good man, but I got here first.
Nah, but I think that X factor is probably gonna be, man. Damn. No, I'm gonna change that. X factor gonna be special.
Yeah, Kool-Aid got me. Got me. I got to rethink my
special teams, man. Special teams, man. Because we've been horrible the past 3 games. Past 2 games on special teams. Can we get some proper coverage? Can we flip the field? Can we at least get more than a 9-yard run back when we have punt return coverage? Can we get that, please? And then on defense, my man Brandon Dorland, who's been balling, Can we keep the streak going? He's been eating along with Hick X Factor in Gag Harrington. So Brandon Doak on my team.
Yeah.
May God help us all.
Okay. That's
Hey
a good
man,
one.
he said, "May God help us all."
Well,
Hey man, if you say Bertrand, I'm bowing your head. And here's a little something. Here's a
ooh,
little something that
Hey.
I'm gonna tell y'all this here. Normally we don't do this, but we finna add something here. We love our fans. We love people that's here. But I'm letting you know now, we gonna start making y'all pray to the heavens or whatnot. I'd be damned if I let y'all stress me the hell out anymore. That means we gonna let you come up, but just know you might get pulled off screen for a second to pray to God. That's what we finna start doing. There's some foolishness up in here. Who you got as your ex? This K Dub. I'm looking us up in here.
with
You doing X
X Factors. I'm gonna do some tried and true X Factor. I'm gonna go with since Cooley stole my thunder with Bijan. I'm gonna go back to the go to Drake London as my ex on offense, and he's been showing up. I think he's gonna keep that streak going, and I'm gonna take Jalen Walker on the defense.
Okay.
Factor. So I got Drake on offense, then I got Jalen Walker on defense. So those are my X Factors. Hopefully we can come out with a victory, fellas.
I like that.
You ugly motor scooter. You took my doggone X Factor. I got something for you today.
Got him, coach.
That's okay. That's all good. He got me today. Hey, I was about to look because he took Jalen from me because I was gonna have Jalen, but it's okay. You got him. I got something else.
Glad I got my guy.
Retool that.
Glad I got my guy.
Oh, I know you did. It's okay. I'm about to retool it too. Cam, what you got?
For defense, I'm gonna go Zane Gonzalez, the kicker. Can he one?
Okay.
Can he one make the field goal that we need to make? That's number one. And then for special teams is going to be on Zach Robinson. Can he call a game where we can maintain a drive of more than 3 minutes?
Hold up.
Can we sustain a drive for more than 3 minutes? And the reason why, if you look at last week's game, we held the ball for under 20 minutes in an hour game.
That's horrible.
Average that out.
Hold up, Cam. You really said he was gonna actually have a drive that was longer than 3 minutes, sir?
I thought he was. That's what I want him to do.
Cam, that's all I'm gonna say.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Hey.
If you got your faith in Zach Robinson, I need you to go ahead and I need you to holler at me and John at the BirdCage LLC congregation. Literally, you need to holler at us at this congregation building we got going right here for the benediction. You see where Freddie Falcon is right there at that booth, right?
I don't need no confessional.
No, I just need you to check in at the time of
my office hours are from.
You got to come see me at 9 to 5, sir. Me or John.
Oh Lord.
The deacon is in the building. We got John Harris, the leader of Geist. Big John, who are your X Factors today, and who are you ready to cuss out right now? Because I see the look in your face.
The entire organization.
X Factors outside of Wolverine, Cyclops, and Professor X. I'm like Kool-Aid. We need mutants. Outside of those three. Man, we got the bad mutants, man. Oh boy. Unfortunately, it's going to be on your offensive coordinator. I mean, it's going to be on him. It's in his lap, in his pocket, in his hand. I don't trust the pocket. I don't trust where his hands been. I don't trust where his hands going. And the man, look, boy, That is the epitome of being promoted beyond your intelligence. That's just like I posted in the chat. Just like I posted in the chat. You got folks saying that they truck drivers just cause they rode in the truck.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the epitome of his experience and being able to teach anybody anything. Because this is the thing. And I know you guys getting ready to go off, and I'm sorry I came in late. I was watching the Hawks, and I thought it was gotten kind of late. But this interview this afternoon, I paid too much for my TV to be throwing stuff at it. Really.
Don't do it, man.
And I just got one of these new iPhones, and I refuse to throw this thing down on the floor in the disgust that I had with Raheem Morris and them trying to clean up what Michael Penix said. Michael Penix is in the middle of the river, no paddle, no motor on the boat just going whichever way the doggone tide and the current is taking it. Because he's not receiving any guidance. He's not receiving any coaching. It's about bad as that situation with Desmond Ritter. It's about the same damn situation because of the fact that, you got a man here that's supposed to be coaching. You're not coaching it. Okay. He needs, and see, every time you show on the sideline, this man is by himself. Okay. Now, truth be told, he might be better off by himself because the people that's going to talk to him don't know what to tell him.
Lord Jesus.
Damn.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Man.
I'm just saying. These jokers so bad they couldn't call an auction with one bidder and one item.
Dang.
Steve, ain't worth a cuss on credit.
Cuss on credit. I said they ain't worth a cuss on credit.
Hey, that's why I had to hit. Hey, Kato, that's why I had to hit him with the.
And see, this is the bad thing. This is the bad thing. We got 8 more games to go.
Lord help him.
We got 8 more games to go. It's just like we in the top of the ugly tree and we gonna hit every branch on the way down to the ground.
Fellas, Coach Brandt put something out, and this is something that he conjured up, but we're gonna use this. It's called Battered Falcon Syndrome. And I think I got a quick promotion for that real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second.
Battered Falcon Syndrome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BirdCage LLC, aka right now it's like the partial benediction. We have what we call Battered Falcon Syndrome. The way that you combat that is by getting rid of an ignorant head coach, a horrible offensive coordinator, and pretty much guys on this team that shouldn't be here, like a Felipe Franks and a JD Bertrand, because they smell just straight up like
It smell like Badussy.
That's what they smell like. But we're going to keep it moving. You can help yourself with this. Call 1-800-BirdCage LLC Falcons Line. We're here for you. I will make you feel better about how horrible this season has gone. So, Battered Falcon Syndrome for the fans out here that support this team all the way through. And Jay Bird, you were just horrible, and you just smell straight up like
it smell like Badussy.
That's what you smell like. Thank you. Have a safe night.
Are we still the new? Are we still the new street booty of the NFL?
What's going on, Uncle Louis? Uncle Louis,
Nando. That's what Nando said Sunday. Say it again. Say it again.
Are we still the new
syndrome? That was from the person who started that, and we're gonna make sure we put that out here. If you hear it on any other podcast that's out here, I'm sorry, Falcon content creators, do not try to claim this because I will call you out on my show. The person that started this was Coach Brandt. So let's make sure we say it. Battered Falcon Syndrome started by Coach Brandt. So if money come rolling in, that's his money because he started that.
No, no. What I was saying was, are we still the new NFL street booty of the NFL?
Oh, Nando say that all the time.
Man, there's I could embellish upon that, but this is still 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna leave it.
John, hey John. Now look, if this would have been 10 o'clock, I might have said this might be a show this might be a show that I let everybody let stuff fly, and I turn it into a private show that nobody can get. That's what I would do. I might, you know what? Hell, I might have one show where we turn it into Sirius satellite radio for one night, and we get to speak freely on here. And that'll be one that I save to the privates or whatever. So they can't dig this up. Would y'all be opposed to that?
I'm trying not to do that.
No, John, look. Okay, look. The day I had that one show, if I say we gonna have a serious satellite radio type show, that's gonna be the one episode that we hide in the cut after it's done. And I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you we're gonna have about 600-700 people to show up. I guarantee you that. With the language that we would use that night, we might teach them some words that we learned in the military and some that I learned in the post office.
No, I can't do that. I can't
Oh
do
no,
that.
that thing get raunchy.
See, that's why I tell y'all to come see me. That's why I tell y'all to come see me.
John, trust me.
We'll
Look,
get banned.
John, look, I wouldn't have a church background because I don't want it to be sacrilegious. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get banned.
Truth be told, worse things go on in there.
We ain't doing that. Lord have mercy.
No, hey, he knows. I guarantee you, he knows. Hey, because his son said you turn it into a cave of robbers.
Hey, John, you might recognize the movie I got this one from. Hey, this would go up in the church. Say it like Richard Pryor said it. Which way is up? It's my hallelujah. You remember that movie? Which way is up?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh shoot. The Richard Pryor show with old Rev. We want that money.
Hey, you know what, John? I just thought about it, John.
Mm-hmm.
Raheem Morris is as slick as that preacher in Which Way Is Up that Richard Pryor played. That is who he reminds me of.
Oh man,
he done slicked everybody in the congregation just like that big belly pastor did, and slid up on them females and got everything from them, money and all. That's how he did them. That's how Raheem did all us. He slicked us when he got here.
Yeah. It's obvious the boy has a problem. Sit down over there before I put this glove on you.
As soon as you said that, Octavius put that up. Sit down before I put this glove on you. Hey, that's how Raheem Morris is right now.
Yeah,
Raheem
man. I'm telling you.
Raheem did Ray like that, John. Think about it. Ray called him out. Sit down before I put this glove on your ass. That's what he did to him. That's why he got cut. But man,
because he played that same character in Car Wash. You remember when the Pointer Sisters pulled up and he was sitting up there on the shoe shine stand and what was that? Was that Bill Duke that was talking about him like a dog?
Yeah.
And talking about the dog, you selling them folks. Now, son, let me tell you something. Let me talk to you. Cause see, man, every time I hear Raheem Morris talk, the Joker trying to sell me a damn Chrysler. That's what it sounds like. He's trying to sell me a car.
Hey, John, look, this is how we always leave on Sunday. When we leave these Falcon games, when we lose, it's just how it be. Because guess what? I get to leave before I hurt you. That's why I'm saying hallelujah. But I'm telling you to kiss my ass.
Yeah. And man, I got something coming. I think I'm gonna stick it in your inbox, Ryan.
Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna stick it in your inbox. Um, yeah, I got something coming, but I'm just working on some things. And see, the
Oh,
thing is, I wanna make sure. See,
oh, bro.
all of the Falcon creators, we are a family. And thing is that we suffer along with this situation worse, way worse than the fans do, because we got to come up here and talk about it. Sometimes you have to try to put a face on it of
Yeah, yeah.
encouragement. But when it's just like folk in high school. I remember some people in high school that when they got mad, the tongue started getting twisted and you must, and they just start swinging. And that's what I feel like right now. I'm tired of talking. I'm really tired of talking. I really want some type of action. I really want some action because see, man, everybody sees what the problem is. We remunerate it every week. We talk about it all the time. We go
Every
over
week,
it every time. And we
every week.
go over it into infinite, intricate detail, to where a blind man can see it.
John.
But the fact that I got 8 games that I got to suffer with this mess, because see, that's what having an early bye week does to you. If you bad, you suffering for. We went bye week 5, 17 games, 12 darn games of stupidity, 12 of them.
Mm.
I'm man, I'm done. I am done.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys for tapping in with the BirdCage LLC. John, tell the folks where they can find you, where they can cuss at on Wednesday nights.
Legalized cussing in the eye test, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday nights at 10 p.m.
Okay, legalize.
legal.
There are 7 curse words that have been approved by the American Cussing Association. You can use them all in infinite and varied mixtures and textures. Come to the eye test. You can get it off your chest.
This promotion for the eye test has been brought to you by the BirdCage LLC. We shall catch you next time, Brother John. Thank you, sir. And Kool-Aid, let the folks know where they can find you at, my guy.
Hey, you can catch me on ATL Kool-Aid Drinkers YouTube. That's my channel. And you can catch me screaming and hollering on We Talk Hawks TV with the
You're going to
mom.
be doing that tonight.
So I'm going to be doing that tonight or in the morning. But, hey, man, hey, my coach, hey, I just get the coaches to stop being hard-headed. That's all. Hey, we start winning. But that's where you can catch me. ATL Kool-Aid Drinkers on YouTube. I'm just doing commentary and stuff like that. Then you can see where I'm at the game every now and then. Why I show myself at the game and, surfing and stuff like that. Swag surfing and, having fun with the team. Hey, let me tell you something, man. And I'm gonna try to get to one of those Falcon games. How many more games we got? What? 7 more?
We got a few more.
We got what, like 3 or 4 more home games?
Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta try. They playing home this weekend, right?
Yeah, they play Carolina at home this week. I think we get New Orleans. I don't know if we get them at home or we get them here. I have to check the schedule and see. So,
but this is the first time we play in New Orleans. We play New Orleans. We haven't played New Orleans yet.
This will be the first time we play New Orleans. Okay. So here's the thing: we got to go to New Orleans first because we started off playing them at home first.
Right.
So we get because remember we swap every year. So the last game of the season that we play, the last game that we play New Orleans is going to be in Atlanta. So we're going to be on the road for that one. So definitely appreciate you, Mr. Kool-Aid, for taking a break from fixing Raheem Morris's dentures tonight. Thank you, my brother.
Go get it.
We appreciate you guys tapping in. That was Mr. Kool-Aid, the BirdCage LLC sponsors, ATL Kool-Aid drinkers. Please check him out. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a conclusion. We didn't think we was going to go this long, but sometimes, you know what? but got a little of how the show goes. And gotta be random. Gotta find some good stuff. Got great people on this panel that show up every week and show out. We definitely appreciate that. And the content creators that came in, man. Make sure that y'all definitely tap in with the show Sunday with the party line, if we have it Sunday. Also, the pregame meal and the halftime analysis. We got you covered. So, for myself, Dub, Great, Coach Lou, we appreciate y'all for coming through tonight. We'll catch y'all now. You either get right or you get left, man. Ghosts.